The White House shakeup. Press Secretary Sean Spicer is out. Spicer, who famously sparred with reporters in defending the president, becoming instantly famous.
Settle down! Settle down!
Suddenly resigning. Who's in, and why was the West Wing blindsided? The outrage tonight, the man in desperate need of help in the water. Teenagers recording him from the shore, laughter as they do nothing. The man does not survive. The tornado touchdown in the Northeast. Now 3 confirmed tornadoes. The severe storm threat as we come on the air. Just in tonight, the wife who tried to hire a hitman. The moment she cried for police, what she didn't know was her husband was still alive. The decision from the judge moments ago. O.J. Simpson tonight, where they've now moved him and why. And the pictures coming in now, the rescue on the East River here in New York City.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Friday night, and we begin with that shakeup at the White House. Sean Spicer is out, resigning after 6 months on the job. Seen today outside the old executive office building, our correspondent was inside the West Wing as this drama was unfolding. Sean Spicer was there from the start, his first fight over the crowd size at the inauguration. So tonight, who's now in charge of delivering the president's message? ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl leading us off.
Today, just 6 months into the job, President Trump's embattled press secretary called it quits. Sean Spicer's brief tenure got off to a bad start.
This was the largest audience to ever witness an inauguration, period, both in person and around the globe.
Spicer's debut made nobody happy. The president didn't like his look, including the ill-fitting suit, and others criticized his inaccuracies, or as another aide called them,
Sean Spicer, our press secretary, gave alternative facts.
2 days later, he took his first questions. I asked a basic one.
Is it your intention to always tell the truth from that podium, and will you pledge never to knowingly say something that is not factual?
It is. It's an honor to do this, and yes, I believe that we have to be honest with the American people.
History will judge whether he lived up to that, but his confrontational style...
I'm sorry, please stop shaking your head again. Somebody's asking a question. It's not your press briefing. Okay, you don't get to just yell out questions. We're going to raise our hand like big boys and girls.
And the unforgettable SNL parody...
Now I'd like to begin today by apologizing on behalf of you to me.
made Sean Spicer a celebrity, the most mocked, but also the most famous press secretary ever. But today it all came crashing down. He was totally blindsided by the president's choice of a new communications director, slamming the door in my face when I went up to ask him about it. Hours later, as Spicer slipped out of the West Wing, the all-smiles appearance of the new hire, Anthony Scaramucci, setting an entirely different tone.
I'm going to get to everybody, don't worry.
He's a wealthy financier, friend of the president, but in the early days of the campaign, he called Trump a hack politician. And worse.
I'll tell you who he's going to be president of. You can tell Donald I said this. The Queens County Bullies Association. You got to cut it out now and stop all this crazy rhetoric.
Does he know what you said about him back in 2015 when you said he was a hack politician?
God, he brings it up every 15 seconds, okay? One of the biggest mistakes that I made, because I was an unexperienced person in the world of politics, I was supporting another candidate. I should have never said that about him. So, Mr. President, if you're listening, I personally apologize for the 50th time for saying that.
And we asked the same question we asked Sean Spicer back in January.
There's been a question about credibility, some things that have been said in this room. Is it your commitment to the best of your ability, give accurate information, the truth from that podium?
I mean, I sort of feel like I don't even have to answer that question. I hope you can feel that from me, just from my body language. That's the kind of person I am. I'm going to do the best I can.
All right, John Karl with us live from the White House tonight. And John, you reported that Sean Spicer was blindsided by this announcement of a new communications director, and he was not the only one caught off guard here?
This was a decision that was made by the president himself. The only ones he really consulted with were his daughter Ivanka, his son-in-law Jared Kushner. The other senior staff, David, for the most part, did not even learn of this until the president had already made up his mind. When they did learn of it, some of them tried to get the president to change his mind, but to no avail.
John Karl leading us off on a Friday night. John, thank you. Of course, the growing cloud over the president and this new team now. The special counsel, Robert Mueller, investigating Russian meddling. And tonight we've learned that Mueller has now ordered that White House aides not destroy any documents dealing with that Trump Tower meeting with the Russian lawyer. And this new question tonight: could the president pardon himself or his family? ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega.
Tonight, the White House facing mounting questions about whether President Trump is considering the possibility of pardoning members of his family or even himself. From his lawyers, a firm denial. But the president's new press secretary seems to leave the door open.
The president maintains pardon powers like any president would, but there are no announcements or planned announcements on that front whatsoever.
It comes as the White House turns up the heat on special counsel Robert Mueller. The president now on the attack, accusing Mueller and his team of conflicts of interest, telling the New York Times he interviewed Mueller for the job of FBI director just one day before he was appointed special counsel.
What the hell is this all about? Talk about conflicts. But he was interviewing for the job.
The president adding, quote, "There were many other conflicts that I haven't said, but I will at some point." And he's warning Mueller that investigating Trump family finances not tied to Russia would cross a red line.
I think that's a violation. Look, this is about Russia.
As for Mueller's fate if he crosses that so-called red line,
But what would you do? I can't answer that question because I don't think it's going to happen.
but Mueller not backing down. Today, ABC learned he sent a letter to White House aides ordering them to preserve all communications, including documents, emails, and text messages related to last year's Trump Tower meeting involving Don Jr., Paul Manafort, Jared Kushner, and that Russian lawyer promising dirt on Hillary Clinton.
All right, so let's get to Cecilia Vega live at the White House as well tonight. And Cecilia, we know a big day coming Monday. The president's son-in-law and senior advisor, Jared Kushner, he'll meet with congressional investigators. And when does the public hear what his answers are?
Well, David, the public may never hear because this sit-down with Senate intelligence is behind closed doors. We know that Jared Kushner will very likely face questions about that Trump Tower meeting with the Russian lawyer. We also know that he will cooperate, David. We are told he will not be pleading the Fifth.
Cecilia Vega rounding out another week for us. Thank you, Cecilia. Next to severe storms moving in tonight, 100 million Americans at risk of severe weather. Just as we start the weekend now, 3 confirmed tornadoes right here in the Northeast. The twisters from damaging storms near Buffalo, one of them an EF2, winds up to 105 miles an hour. Flash flood watches across the Midwest tonight. Parts of Wisconsin, look at this, already dealing with major flooding. Let's get to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z. She's tracking it all for us tonight. Ginger?
And those same areas in southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, where we saw that record flooding, getting more rain and severe storms. 2 pockets, David, as I take you to the maps here, from Minnesota to South Dakota. Chicago involved tonight in the severe thunderstorm watches. A tornado warning in eastern Iowa as we speak. Now, those flash flood watches will be with them, too. And then tomorrow, that low and associated fronts will sink to the south and east. If you have afternoon or evening outdoor plans from Indianapolis to Cincinnati to Philly and New York, watch out for the potential for damaging wind and even hail. And finally, that heat, the heat advisories now stretch to Raleigh, North Carolina, back to Shreveport. Those excessive heat warnings are finally going to break by the end of the weekend, but still, Saturday, 114, the feels like in Springfield, Illinois. David.
All right, Ginger, our thanks to you as always. In the meantime, those hot, dry conditions Ginger mentioned are fueling 57 wildfires in the West tonight. Crews working around the clock at the massive fire burning near Yosemite. Still growing tonight, but now 15% contained. Some 58 homes and dozens of other structures have now been destroyed. More than 1,000 are still threatened. Overseas tonight, the major earthquake hitting a popular tourist destination. 2 tourists killed in Greece, centered on the popular island of Kos. The 6.5 quake struck in the middle of the night, tourists running into the streets. The shaking felt at resorts on the coast of Turkey as well, aftershocks causing people to spend the night outside. Some 500 people were injured. Back here at home, and we turn next now to a disturbing piece of video from Florida tonight. 5 teens apparently watching and recording a man in desperate need in the water, but doing nothing. The man did not survive, and we wondered, what does the law say about helping those in desperate need? ABC's Victor Oquendo from Florida tonight.
Tonight, outrage over this cruel video posted online. A man drowning in the middle of this Cocoa, Florida pond as 5 teens record his struggle to survive, mocking him and cursing. The video recording for more than 2 minutes before 31-year-old Jamel Dunn drowned.
We just saw Birdie die. We couldn't help him. We didn't even try to help.
The teens told no one. Dunn's family desperately searching for him. Police discovering his body 5 days later.
Do you wish you could do more legally here?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Shockingly, in Florida and many states, you don't legally have to try to help someone in distress.
I would have never believed that somebody could watch somebody in distress and not do anything about it.
Tonight, police finding an obscure statute to pursue misdemeanor charges for failing to report a death.
They're laughing and joking in the background, saying, no, we're not going to help you. You should have never gotten in there. I mean, that was just horrible.
It's now up to the state attorney's office to determine whether to file those misdemeanor charges against these teens who watched Jamel Dunn drown right here.
Problem with the signal, Victor, thank you. We turn next to O.J. Simpson. We have learned he's already been moved inside that prison, and authorities now revealing he has requested to go to Florida when he gets out. Here's ABC senior national correspondent Matt Gutman again tonight.
He may have been granted parole.
Thank you.
But O.J. Simpson is still sentenced to controversy. Tonight, we're learning that right after that parole hearing, he was moved to protective custody, away from the general prison population.
That parole hearing was watched worldwide by millions of people, but perhaps the most avid viewers were some of the 1,700 inmates here at Lovelock Prison, and for the officials here, that's a concern.
Now, to make a name for themselves, they may think of doing something, acting out against inmate Simpson. We just can't have that.
Simpson's daughter and sister spotted at the prison this morning, jubilant.
Any words for OJ this morning? You happy? You relieved? Yeah? Big smiles?
The parole board almost certain to allow Simpson to return to Florida to live near his two other children, all as his bizarre statements in that parole hearing continued to turn heads.
I've basically spent a conflict-free life. You know, I'm not a guy that ever got into fights on the street and with the public.
And even though he's likely moving to Florida, the parole board said even a single violation of his probation, like drinking to excess, would land him back in a Nevada prison for another 5 years. David.
Matt Gutman, who's been covering this all week for us. Thank you, Matt. There are new images of deadly violence in the Middle East over one of the Holy Land's most contested sites. 3 Palestinians killed in clashes in Jerusalem. Then 3 Israelis were killed in a home in a West Bank settlement. The tensions triggered by metal detectors Israel installed at a shrine that is sacred to both Muslims and Jews after a deadly attack by Arab gunmen. Tonight, Palestinian President Abbas has frozen all ties with Israel. And from London tonight, we have reported on the American doctor who made the trip to examine that baby, Charlie Gard. Tonight, we've now learned of an emotional hearing for his parents after that genetic disease has left Charlie on life support. His parents are suing the hospital for permission to have him undergo an experimental treatment. Again tonight, ABC's James Longman.
It's the news baby Charlie's parents dreaded. The terminally ill little boy caught in the middle of an international legal battle. In court today, a lawyer for the hospital treating Charlie said new scans on the sick child made for sad reading. A cruel shock for his parents, who say they'd not been warned about this latest development. Charlie's mother, Connie, burst into tears, his father shouting evil before walking out. Hey. The little boy has been bedbound for months with a genetic disease that's left him close to death. Doctors want to turn off the machines that keep him alive. Multiple courts agreed.
We don't have a say in his life whatsoever.
Just this week, American doctor Michio Hirano, who specializes in these cases and offered experimental treatment, assessing the 11-month-old.
He deserves a chance.
A full court hearing will take place Monday when a judge will decide if Charlie can undergo that treatment. With the findings of that American specialist still unclear tonight. David?
James Longman. James, thank you. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday. The rescue playing out on the East River here in New York City. A disabled plane coming down in the waters of New York City's east side. Passengers being pulled out of the plane. The wife who tried to hire a hitman to kill her husband breaking down during a police sting. Her husband was still alive at that moment, though, and the judge making his decision a short time ago. And then imagine this tonight. A scratch-off ticket hits the $5 million jackpot, but the family is told you don't get the money because of a specific reason. We'll be right back.
If you have postmenopausal osteoporosis and a high risk for fracture, I can tell you Prolia is proven to help protect bones from fracture. But the real proof? My doctor said Prolia helped my bones get stronger. Are your bones getting stronger?
Do not take Prolia if you have low blood calcium, are pregnant, are allergic to it, or take Exgeva.
Serious allergic reactions like low blood pressure, trouble breathing,